And I'll just put you guys on mute for now for your privacy. As long as you can still hear me. Okay. Okay, so make yourselves comfy, whether that's lying down or seated. And if you're lying down, I see some of you have props. That's wonderful. So if you feel like, putting a bolster under the knees or down the length of the spine for a heart opener, or any other position where you feel comfortable. And take this opportunity too, if you like, and you're comfortable, just to soften your gaze or close your eyes. So just take a moment, no rush. Getting set for a nice, gentle practice tonight. So take a few moments and see what's going on in the body here. Maybe you've had a relaxing day, an opportunity to be at ease, or maybe it's been a busy day. Maybe you've been back to work. Either way, just tuning in, seeing what's there for you right now. Checking in with the body, first of all, scanning through with your mind's eye, from crown to toes or in the opposite direction. Noticing areas of softness and ease. Also noticing areas where there might be tightness, holding, tension, pain, anywhere where you might have the tendency to hold. Just bring that to your attention. And also notice how you're arriving to practice tonight in your emotional state. Maybe you've had a chance to come down after the rush of the season. Maybe there's still lots going on. Maybe there are other things going on. Just acknowledging what you might be feeling. Anxious or carefree. So as you take your time to arrive here tonight, we'll begin to deepen the breath and notice the breath next. So drawing in some deeper inhales, thinking of this maybe as a 3-part breath, encouraging the expansion of the belly, followed by the rib cage, and then the upper chest. And then as you release the air from the lungs, releasing it in the same slow wave, chest, ribs, and then belly. Just take a few more cycles of breath like this on your own, just evening, lengthening, deepening the breaths, the inhales and the exhales. Maybe these are the deepest breaths you've taken all day. In any case, really filling the lungs and then emptying the lungs with each cycle of breath. Take in these breaths with awareness as you bring that fresh oxygen into the body. Expand your awareness. Nice cleansing exhale out the mouth, maybe to release once or twice here. And now allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Just take notice of any shifts or changes in the physical state or the emotional state. Maybe there's been a subtle shift, maybe not. Going for a little bit more ease here, a little bit more softness in the body in any case. Being open to a little more spaciousness in the mind. And we'll aim during our practice to continue to connect with our breath and with this state that you've maybe cultivated here at the beginning of your practice. So using our breath to cultivate focus and strength. And again, towards the end of our practice for relaxation. I forgot to mention, but if you have props, a strap would come in handy for tonight. And then anything else that you would like to use for your own support too. Blocks are sometimes handy. So a strap or a scarf or a belt or something like that. So just have that nearby as we continue in our supine position. We'll stretch and lengthen the arms long behind overhead and the feet in the opposite direction. Wiggle the fingers and the toes, maybe rotate through the wrists and the ankles. Find a little movement here in these joints. Maybe spread the toes wide and then relax, pointing, flexing, wiggling here. And then let's take a deep breath in. Reach and stretch in opposite directions. And as you exhale, release the hands, the feet, the calves, the arms back down to the earth. And then let's walk the arms over to the upper right corner of our mat and the legs to the bottom left corner. Bottom right corner, sorry. So arms and legs reaching over to the right. You can cross that left ankle over the right if you'd like a little bit more intensity in this side stretch. And you can take your right fingers and encircle the left wrist if you like. So making a nice banana shape here, opening up all the way down the left side of the body. Taking another nice deep breath here. And then after you release it, just take a breath or two to work your way to the other side of the mat. So legs make their ankles and feet make their way to the left bottom corner. Arms and wrists make their way to the top left corner, and you can take any variation you'd like here, maybe crossing the ankle, encircling the wrist. Another breath in. And then after your exhale, make your way back to a lengthened shape on your mat. From here, we're going to bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the shins, and then if you'd like to find a rock side to side, connecting that sacrum to the mat, rocking back and forth across the sacrum, hip to hip. And then we'll release the left leg long. Maybe interlace the fingers or just take the hands to the right shin as you draw that right knee in and up towards the side body. We'll do some little pulses here. So exhale, draw the knee in nice and snugly. And then inhale, just release it a little bit. And your exhale, compress, draw the knee in, inhale, release. Try about 3 more of those on your own with your breath. And then we'll switch legs. So bring the right knee in briefly to meet the left, and then send the left leg long. Draw the left knee in and up, off to the side, and up toward the armpit. And then we'll work with the breath here. So on your next exhale, draw that knee in nice and snugly. Inhale, release the compression. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release. And try a few more on your own. And then we'll bring the right knee in to meet the left, flex through both of the feet and send the feet up towards the sky. And from here, let's find a little bit of an egg beater movement. So getting into the hips, the knees, and the ankles if you like. Just maybe arms are in cactus position or laying down at your sides, palms down. We'll work in one direction to start. So really move the ankles as well as the knees and hips here. And then reverse the direction of your egg beater kick. And then we'll send the soles of the feet up towards the sky again. Quick point and flex here. A little bit more work for the ankles. And then bend the knees and reach out, find your strap. And place the soles of the feet around about the center of the strap. And send them up towards the sky. Use the strap here to just draw the legs a little bit closer to the torso while the hips are still resting on the mat. So using a little bit of arm strength here. Maybe flexing a little bit more into those feet and ankles so that you feel an Achilles stretch as well. 2 more nice deep breaths here. And then we're going to work with the right leg now. So just extend, lengthen that left leg long. Or you can bend into the left knee, place the left sole of the foot on the mat. Take a couple of breaths here as you draw the right leg forward towards the torso. You can be a little active in that left leg if you like, flexing into the left foot and ankle, lifting the heel and the calf from the floor if you like. And then relax that left leg long on the mat again, and just be passive in both legs here as you take the straps into the right hand and just float that right leg over to the right, off to the side, supported by the strap. I like to sometimes place my left hand on my left hip here, keep both hips connected to the mat. Or you can stretch that right arm out like a T for some counterbalance, left hand out. Another couple of breaths here. And then use the strength of your core and guide the leg back up using the strap. We'll take the straps, both ends, into the left hand and guide the right leg over to the left now. Just until you feel that place, like that balance there of effort and ease. So you don't want to feel pain, but you want to feel sensation, opening, lengthening through the T-band from the right hip down towards the right ankle. And you can see what it feels like too, just to increase the tension on the strap just a little bit. If it's too much, just ease off. Last breath here. And then engage the core as you draw the leg up. We'll bend into that knee and come into half happy baby. So you might like both hands on the straps here just to create a little bit more leverage and tension. Drawing that right knee off to the side, beside the ribs and up towards the armpit. And then we'll release. We'll bend into the left knee, bring the left sole of the foot into the strap and release the right leg long. Extend that left leg up towards the sky. And you can be a bit active again in that right leg if you like, option, if you like to flex, really flex into the ankle and the foot and just hover that leg if you like, as you draw the left leg up towards the torso. For one more breath. And then if you're active in the right leg, just allow it to rest on the mat now and allow that left leg to fall open to the left. Surrender your full weight of the leg to the strap. And you can always explore here too, creating more tension or less tension with the strap. And after your next full inhale and exhale, and draw the leg up to center. Take the straps to the right hand. Left leg falls over to the right. And take another nice deep breath here. And then bring the leg back up to center and then bend into that left knee, finding your half happy baby. Using the strap to draw that knee a little bit closer to the earth. And then we'll ease off there, release the foot from the strap. We'll use the strap again when we come up, so just keep it nearby. Place both feet on the mat, knees bent. And we're going to come into reclined pigeon here. So cross the right ankle over the left knee. And because you might not be ready or you might not want to tonight, you might want to keep it fairly gentle. You can just stay right here, cross that right knee open and away from you. If that feels like enough, just stay right there. If you want reclined pigeon, then you're going to lift that left foot from the mat, interlace the fingers and place them behind the thigh or around the shin, that left leg, and draw the left knee in. And you can keep it fairly gentle this way too, or if you want a bit more intensity, you can press the right elbow to the inside of the right knee and thigh, pressing that knee away from you as you draw the left knee in. Keeping that sacrum sealed down to the mat. Let's take another nice deep breath here. And then release the hands, but keep the feet as they are and the legs as they are. So let's bring that left knee directly above the left hip. Bring the arms to cactus, and then we're just going to twist to the left. So setting that right foot down, just stamp it down on the earth. Sometimes I find it useful to take my left hand down to that right ankle. So nice twist here, as well as opening that right hip. You can press that right knee away from you too for a little more sensation. And you can gaze over your right arm if you want. Bring the gaze back to neutral. Draw the knees up to center, uncross the right ankle. And then we're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee now. Staying here if you like, gently pressing that knee away from you. Or coming into that reclined pigeon, drawing the right knee towards your torso. And then finding any variation you'd like here. Keeping it fairly soft and passive, or really drawing that right knee towards you and pressing the left knee away with your elbow. Some nice deep breaths here. So continuing to connect with our breath throughout practice. Remembering to use the breath as a tool for focus, for strength, the release of tension. And release the hold around the right knee. Bring the right knee directly above the right hip, and then we're going to bring the arms to cactus, twisting to the right, stamping that left foot down to the earth. And then maybe reaching down your hand, your right hand to your left ankle. Gaze can come over the left arm. Finding a nice twist here. Left shoulder blade draws towards the earth if it's not there. Just moving in that direction. Trying to make contact with both shoulder blades to your mat. After your next inhale and your exhale, bring your gaze up to neutral. And then draw both knees up to center, uncross that left ankle. We'll just take a moment here for about 4 or 5 pelvic tilts. So knees are bent, soles of the feet are planted, arms can be long at your sides, and just gently with your exhale, press the lower back into the mat, tilt the pelvis up. And then exhale, allow that natural curve to come back into the spine. Sorry, inhale, allow that natural curve to come back in the spine. So when you're exhaling, press the lower spine into the mat. And inhale, release. And just move through a few of these on your own. Let's bring the knees above the hips and the shins parallel to the earth. Bring the arms to cactus or to capital T at your sides, coming straight up from the shoulders, palms pressing down. Either one works. I'm going to work the obliques just a little bit here, twisting side to side. So taking the knees on your exhale, lowering them over to the right, knees and shins, just to hover. And then inhale, bringing them back to center. On your exhale, twisting, lowering to the left. Inhaling, coming back to center, and just working through, let's say 3 more on each side with the rhythm of your breath. And then whenever you've finished, or whenever you've had enough, bring the knees back up to center. We're going to lengthen the legs once more towards the sky. Lift your hips slightly, take the arms long, and just kind of walk the hands underneath the bum a little bit, just to support the lower back. Just like to kind of get my thumbs under there. And then we'll take a deep breath in, and then in 3 parts, we'll exhale and lower the legs in 3 parts as well to hover. So breathe in. Exhale 1/3, lower the legs 1/3. Exhale 1/3, exhale 1/3. Inhale, draw the legs up. Exhale 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Inhale, bring them up. And work through, let's say 3 more on your own. Whenever you're done, draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a little hug, rock side to side. Now place the hands behind the knees or just behind the lower thighs and rock back and forth. We're going to come up to kneeling. So however you'd like to get there, we'll meet in a kneeling position with our straps nearby. And if it's comfy and you have a pillow or cushion or bolster nearby, you can place that between the calves and the thighs and just make your seat a little softer. You can be in seated for this too. We'll come into kneeling for the next exercise, but you can begin seated if kneeling isn't that comfortable and you don't want to be there for too long. We'll just get into the neck a little bit here. So softening the gaze if it feels good, or closing the eyes. Just dip that right ear over towards the right shoulder. Take the left fingertips and lengthen them towards the earth. If you like, you can take your right fingertips and just gently place them above your left ear, lengthening the neck over to the right side. And release. You can even use your hand here just to guide the head back up to neutral. Take the left hand or right hand and reach the fingertips down towards the earth. Dip the left ear over towards the left shoulder. And then if you'd like, you can take left fingertips just above the right ear. Release the hands to the lap, and then just allow the head to fall forward in semicircles, moving back and forth, or full circles if you'd like to gently roll the head backwards as well. If that's part of your practice and that feels okay, you can do that. And just taking your time here, really feeling into any areas that might need a little bit of extra love, and just lingering there. And then to finish off, you can bring your gaze down towards your lap. You can interlace your fingers if you like, bring them behind the head. Release, bring the gaze back to neutral. If you're not already kneeling, we're going to meet in a kneeling position. Strap nearby here. Tuck the toes. You can reach back and just make sure all 10 toes are tucked under. Sometimes you have to give the pinky a little bit of assistance. And then sit back. And again, you can have a pillow here between the thighs and the calves. Or you can come up a little bit if it's too intense, kneeling right down here with your butt to your heels. Take your strap and take a nice wide grasp, I guess. And you might want to adjust this. It could be too wide or it might be too narrow. So let's bring it down here to the lap. And on our inhale, we'll draw the arms up overhead. And on our exhale, lower the arms back. And then adjust your grip here. It needs to be wider. Lower it all the way down to the lower back if that feels okay. Inhale, drawing up. And exhale, forward. Inhale up. And exhale, lower back. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, arms come down. Let's try about 2 more just on your own. Same time as you're opening the bottoms of the feet here and the toes. And then when you're done, we'll just set the strap aside, untuck the toes, maybe tap the tops of the feet out. Or if it feels good, you can lean right back and come up onto the tops of the feet, holding yourself with your hands. Okay, let's come into our tabletop now. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and then we'll find a bit of a cat-cow movement here. So you can work on your own, make it organic and intuitive, or you can follow along here. I'm going to inhale, lower the belly, lift the gaze and the tail, and exhale, round through the spine, arching it up, lowering the tail and the head. So in this movement, you can find lots of variations. You might like to come forward and back. You might want to move around side to side, feeling it a little bit in the wrists as well. Go 1 more in each direction. And then let's find a neutral spine. Extend the right leg long behind and bring the heel up to hip height. Just take a moment here to make sure that your hips are aligned, as if you could balance a tray across your sacral area. And you can stay right here if you like, or you can extend your left arm long in front, gazing down to the mat. Bicep is in line with the left ear. And then let's bend into that right knee so the sole of the foot is facing the sky. And you can stay right here, or you can reach back with the left hand, maybe making a connection, hand to the top of the foot, and pressing the foot into the hand, opening the chest and the shoulder, the hip flexor. And then release, lengthen the right leg, place the left hand down on the mat. We'll take the right leg over to the left now. So cross it past the midline, set the toes down, and look over your left shoulder, your toes. And let's return the right knee to meet the left. And take a little wiggle of the hips side to side, shifting back and forth. And then send the left leg back, heel comes up to hip height. You can always peek back. Make sure that you're not hiking it up too high. Level the hips. And then send the right arm long in front if you like. Finding your stability and strength. And you can stay here. You can bend that left knee. You can hold here. You can reach back right hand to left foot. Find your swan pose. Arching here. Opening through the heart. Lifting that back leg. And then return the right hand next to the left, lengthen the left leg, and cross the left leg over to the right. Set the toes down, look over your right shoulder. And we'll bring that left knee back to meet the right. Little shift side to side, might feel nice. From here, we'll tuck the toes and we're going to take our hips up and meet in our first downward facing dog. So making a nice gentle downward facing dog. You might have quite a bend in the knees. Relax through the head, neck. Head is heavy. You can pedal. You can get the hips into it. You can shift side to side. Explore a little bit here. And then let's find a still downwards facing dog here. Pressing the heels towards the back of your mat. Pressing into the finger pads, the palms. Feeling a nice length from the crown to the tailbone. Lifting the tailbone nice and high and feeling a nice length from the tailbone to the heels. And then look forward to your hands and just take some nice steps here. Knees are bent, tiny little steps, walking the feet forward, closer to the hands. And then allow the belly to just rest on the thighs, maybe taking opposite elbows and opposite hands. And swaying side to side. Relax the head. And then we'll place the fingertips down on the mat. Lengthen through the legs just a little bit more. Still have a bend in the knees. And then rise to a halfway lift. Take a breath in. Exhale, bow once more. And on your in-breath, bend the knees and just unwind the spine, coming to stand. Head will come up last. And we'll bring the arms above. And then as you exhale, open the arms to cactus. Gaze up a little bit, squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can take a slight back bend here. And then inhale, bring the arms up, palm to palm. On your exhale, let's lean to the right. So bring the right hand down the right thigh, and the left arm up and over. Take a breath. On your next inhale, rise up. Palms come together. And on your exhale, slide the left hand down the left thigh. Reach long past your ear with the right arm. Leaning to the left. Take a breath. And on your next in-breath, both arms come to meet overhead. And then let's take a forward fold, palm to palm. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. From here, place your left hand or fingertips down on the earth, bend into your left knee, and we'll take a twist to the right. So twist to the right, inhaling, lifting that right hand. Maybe the gaze follows, looking up at your right hand. Take a breath. Exhaling to lower that right hand. And taking that twist on the other side. Bending into the right knee, right hand grounds down. Inhale, twist to the left. Breathing here once more. And on your exhale, release the left hand down to the earth. One more halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. And inhale, we'll rise to stand again. Bringing both arms up, palm to palm. Breathe in here. And on your exhale, reach forward with your right hand, back with your left hand. On your inhale, bring the arms up to meet overhead. And exhale, twist the other way. Left hand forward, right hand back. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, palm to palm. Interlace the fingers except for the pointer finger and then lean back just a little bit, little arch. And then on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. And exhale, fold. One more little thing here for the hamstrings. Let's take the right ankle, take it behind the left ankle, and cross it so that you're bringing the pinky fingers, or the pinky toes to side by side almost. And then fold forward. See how that feels, right hamstring. Let's unwind and take that. Same on the other side. So this time left ankle comes behind the right and then up. So the baby toes are getting friendly, and then we'll forward fold. Noticing the sensation in the left hamstring. Let's unwind from that. Take an in-breath. And exhale. And then from here, we're going to sink the hips, sweep the arms down, maybe fingertips touch the earth as you come up into a chair pose. So lift the toes, spread them, and then set them back down. From here, ground down through your right foot. Take your left ankle and cross it over your right knee, coming into standing pigeon. Bring your hands to prayer or keep them high, whatever you like. Sinking as low as you can go. And then we'll release, place the left foot down, reach the arms up, lengthen the legs. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Just take a couple breaths here before we do the other side. You might want to find a mountain pose, so bring the arms long at your sides, palms facing forward. Grounding down through the feet. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Just tucking the pelvis slightly. Maybe engaging the triceps a little bit and drawing the kneecaps up to engage the quadriceps to make it a little more active if you want. One more nice deep inhale and exhale here. We're going to find our chair pose once more. So sink the hips as you inhale, reach the arms up. Hold here for one breath. And then we'll ground down through the left foot, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Find your standing pigeon on this side. Any variation with the arms is welcome. So prayer, extend them high, move to the sides, interlace them behind your back. One more breath. And then we'll release, come to stand. Inhale, reach the arms high. And exhale the arms to cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, bring the arms up. And let's exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale, place the palms down. We'll step back to tall plank. You can take this from the knees if you like. Hold for one breath. And then nice and slowly, we're going to lower right down to the belly. When you get there, press into the palms and rise up to a baby cobra. So lengthen the tailbone long away from you to the back of your mat. Draw the chest forward. Breathe in and out. One more time in. And on the exhale, release. Heart melts down to the mat. We'll try that one more time, coming into your version of cobra, baby cobra, or long-armed cobra. Take a nice deep inhale, full exhale when you get there. One more inhale, and then release. We're going to tuck the toes, come back to your tabletop, and then just come briefly into downward facing dog here. Pedal it out, see how it feels compared to your first downward facing dog. And then let's find stillness here for one breath. On your inhale, raise your right leg behind. And on your exhale, we'll bring that right foot forward between the hands. Set the left knee down, find your low lunge. And then we're going to find our crescent moon here. So as you're ready, maybe bring the hands to the thigh first. And then when you're ready, arms will rise. And we'll bend into the elbows, finding cactus arms. And really shifting forward and down, sinking into your lunge, opening left hip flexor. One more inhale. And then exhale, let's flow back here to half splits. Send the hips back over the knee, or you can take the hips right back, left hip to left heel. Lengthening that right leg, folding forward with a nice long spine. Here, gently make your way forward into that lunge again. We'll take the right hand and place it on the inside of the right foot. I'm just going to walk that right foot out to the edge of the mat. Heel toe it over to the right edge. Maybe the toe is a little bit wider than the heel here. And you can stay here, or here's where you might like a block. You might want to come down, forearms to the block. Or you might like to bring the forearms down to the earth, finding your lizard. And you can also just explore here if you'd like to see what the sensation is like when you lift that left knee. So you can tuck the left toes and lift the left knee and see how that feels. So again, just see how you feel tonight. I'm going to make it quite passive, then stay high on the hands and keep that left knee grounded. And take about 3 more breaths here. One more breath. And to release, just press into the palms. If you're down on your forearms, we'll take the right knee back to meet the left. And then tuck the toes and come up for our last downward facing dog. And then on your inhale, raise the left leg behind. And as you exhale, we'll draw the foot forward between the hands. Set that right knee down, untuck the toes, and find your crescent moon here. Arms will rise. From here, let's take a bit of a shoulder opener. Take your left arm across, just under your chin, lower, a little lower than that. And then take your right hand or forearm and draw that arm across. So drawing the left arm in a little more snugly between your chest and your neck. And we'll take that in the opposite direction. So cross the right arm in front of the body and then use your left hand or arm for leverage here to draw it over. Feeling an opening in that right hip flexor here as you sink nice and deeply into your lunge. And release that hand. Let's bring both hands to the earth and glide the hips back. So finding your version of half splits. So hips above that right knee or right hip to right ankle. Left leg's lengthened on this side. And you're leaning forward with a nice long torso. Slowly coming forward here, walking the hands forward, taking the left hand to the inside of the left foot, and walk that left foot out to the edge of your mat, toes a little wider than the heel, and then find your version of lizard here, using a block for support if you like, or staying high on the hands. You can bring a block under each hand too. I don't know if I mentioned that one. Another big breath. And after you release that breath, you might lengthen through the arms here if you're not already, pressing through the palms. Take the left knee back to meet the right. Let's take the knees wide here and find a gentle child's pose. So tonight, I'm going to take a cushion. You can take a blanket or a bolster if you like. I'm placing it between my thighs and my calves, taking my knees wide. And then just walking the hands forward. You can take any version of child's that you like. We're going to be here for about 6 nice deep breaths, really slowing down here, taking a bit of a restorative pose before we come to 1 or 2 more stretches on our spine and then Shavasana. Really tune into the breath here. Allow the rib cage to expand in all directions and really notice as it does. Take another breath. And just gently make your way to seated. We'll ease our way right back onto our backs. So easing your way down, using the strength of the core here. Slowly lowering down vertebra by vertebra. And once we're here, we'll bring the knees in, a little hug, a little rock. And then we'll find a twist. So whatever version of supine twist works best for you. I'm going to keep my knees together, bring my arms to cactus, and then lower the knees over to the right as if the knees and the shins and the ankles are glued together. But you might want to extend the right leg long, take a hold of that left knee and guide it over to the right. Or you might want to cross the right knee over the left and then twist to the right. Take 3 nice deep breaths here. So knees or knee, depending on which version you're taking, lowering over to the right as you guide that left shoulder blade down to the mat. After your last full exhale, engage the core, draw the knees up, and find that same version of your twist to the left. Another big breath. And bring the gaze back toward the sky. Draw the knees up to center. Time now for any last posture you'd like before Shavasana, or you can go directly to Shavasana if you'd like. You might like a happy baby, or you might like to take the legs up the wall, or just have them up from where you are. You might want to come into a shoulder stand. And then from there, allow yourself to find ease in your Shavasana. Settling in with any props or extra clothing that you'd like to slip on to be cozy. Adjusting lighting if you want, anything to make yourself comfortable, ease-filled. For our final few moments here. Just allow yourself to ground down wherever you are, seated or lying down, through all parts of the body that are connected to the earth. Tune in here to the beat of your heart. Feel that energy pulsing through your body. Maybe you sense some swirling energy in the palms of the hands. Just noticing all of these things. Taking a moment here for gratitude, maybe for a person or an object or a pet or a memory or for your practice. Something in your life. So I'll take a big breath in through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth, releasing, letting go, and then allowing your breath to be soft and natural if you can. Allow your shoulder blades to be drawn into and down your back. Expand the chest a little bit. Lower your shoulders away from your head. Maybe pick up the hips and lengthen the tailbone away from your lower back. Just take time to place yourself carefully in this pose. No muscular energy required at all in this ultimate relaxation posture. Just allow your body here to absorb everything that it's done for the last hour. Allow your mind to be spacious and the body to be soft. Softly begin to draw in some deeper breaths. Bringing your awareness back to your space and your body, allowing movement to initiate maybe in the face, the facial muscles or fingers and toes. And just allowing that movement to grow organically. When you're ready, if you choose to finish your practice in a seated position, you can ease your way over onto one side, taking a breath or two there. And then coming to seated as you're ready. And from seated, we'll take a breath together here as we draw the arms up. Inhale. And then allow the palms to come together as you exhale. Draw them down towards the heart. Taking a final moment here of your practice just to connect inward. Maybe finding a moment of gratitude, of hope, or of inspiration, peace, happiness. Invite ourselves to carry that thought with us forward this week. Thank you all so much for coming out to practice tonight. And I hope that going forward this week you find much peace. Namaste.